Hi, my name is Katie Thompson and I'm one of the Spirit Play teachers. Thank you for coming to listen to a story. I'm going to share one of our Yellow Promise stories. And remember that our Yellow Promise is to yearn to accept and learn about ourselves, others, and the mystery. The name of the story is The Rooster Who Learned to Crow. There once was a farm in a valley that was practically perfect in every way. Except that it had no rooster to crow at the crack of dawn, and so everyone was always late getting out of bed. The dog never woke up in time to fetch the paper. The farmer never woke up in time to milk the cows before the sun rose. The cows never woke up in time to eat the grass when it was still wet with the morning dew, which is when it's most tasty. Everyone was always late on that farm, and so everyone was always a bit cranky in the morning. And sometimes that crankiness lasted all day, until one day, a chicken arrived at the farm. Everyone was excited because she had a little chick with her. Here's her little chick. Pardon me, Mrs. Chicken, snuffled the pig, who was exceedingly polite always. But would your chick there happen to be, that is, might it be a he? Why, yes, answered Mrs. Chicken. This is my son. A rooster chicken, brayed the donkey. Everybody came over to meet him. We won't be late anymore. We have a rooster on the farm. But they didn't, not yet. They had to wait for the chick to grow up. And grow he did until finally young Mr. Rooster Chicken began to grow long, swooping feathers on his tail. A tail, mooed a cow. Soon you'll be old enough to crow. You look very handsome today, young Mr. Rooster, snorted the pig, who was always exceedingly polite. I've a very fine-looking fowl, if I may say so myself. Thank you, said young Mr. Rooster, with a bob of his head and a quiver of his coxcomb. But then he walked away, his long tail feathers drooping and his coxcomb down too. What's wrong? Asked his friend, the sleek young dog, who looked forward to fetching the paper. Oh, nothing. Something must be wrong, said his friend the duck, who went back to swim in the pond. The pig came over to listen too. Well, said the young rooster, scratching in the dirt with his strong toes, everybody's waiting for me to grow up and crow. I'm doing the growing up part all right, but what? Asked the dog. But I don't know how to crow. I never even heard a rooster. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Well, we shall help you, announced the pig, who was always exceedingly helpful as well as polite. We will? Asked the dog, with every single hair on his back raised. How? Yes, how? Quacked the duck. We shall teach him, said the pig. You've heard a rooster crow before, have you not, Mrs. Duck? Yes, I have, said the duck. I can show you. She flew to the top of the chicken coop nearby. Then she folded her wings back, tilted their beak up, and crowed, "Quack, quack, 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 quack." The dog lifted up his muzzle and howled. "Ooh." Said the pig. "Thank you, Mrs. Duck. That's not perhaps quite—" "I hope not," said the rooster, looking very much alarmed. "I shall demonstrate," said the pig. "First one must climb, though you will no doubt fly, to a high—" The pig climbed to the top of a manure pile. "Then tilt your head back." Mrs. Duck did this part quite well. "Clear your throat and crow." The pig tilted back his head, cleared his throat, and oink a snuffle, oink a snork. The dog closed his eyes and shook his head. "Humph," said the duck, not at all impressed. "Yes, well," the pig climbed down from the manure pile. That's not, it doesn't sound right." "Oh dear," said Rooster. "Maybe another chicken," suggested the duck, and they went to fetch Mrs. Hen. But all she could manage was a cluck-a-cluck-cluck. The dog gave them a woof, 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 and the doggy offered a hee-haw, hee-haw. The rooster sadly shook his head. "I'll never learn to crow. I won't be any good at waking anyone up. Nobody will like me anymore." "Sure we will," said the dog. "I like you right now, and you've never crowed a day in your life." All the other animals agreed, with moos and brays and stomping of feet. "I wonder," said the pig, "have you ever yourself tried to crow?" "Me?" said the rooster. "But you're more a rooster than any of us," said the duck. "And we'll like you no matter what you sound like," said the pig. "Even if you don't make any sound at all," said the dog. And so the rooster decided to try. He flew up on top of the fence. He folded his wings back, he tilted his head back, and he tried to make the same noises all his friends had tried to make. Softly at first, cock-a-doodle-doo, and then again a little louder, cock-a-doodle-doo, and then very loud indeed, cock-a-doodle-doo. And after that, no one had any doubt that young Mr. Rooster knew how to crow, not even young Mr. Rooster himself. There is a farm in a valley that is practically perfect in every way. It even has a fine young rooster who crows at the break of dawn, and so everyone always gets out of bed exactly on time. The dog wakes up in time to fetch the newspaper for the farmer. The farmer always wakes up in time to milk the cow before the sun rises. The cows always wake up in time to eat the grass while it's still wet with morning dew, which is when it's most tasty. Everyone is always wide awake on the farm and never cranky because they have a rooster whose friends helped them learn how to crow, just like this. Cock-a-doodle-doo! I wonder how a rooster knows he's a rooster. I wonder how you know how to be yourself. I wonder where the spirit of love and mystery is in this story. Thank you for listening.